Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rider Ramblings. It's sort of nice day. At the moment we've got sun, but it's a bit black over there in front of me. We're supposed to have showers and so on. Anyhow, we're still in lockdown in France. We had our 2-week review by the Prime Minister a couple of days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, and it seems that he's relatively pleased with the progress that we're making in France. The numbers are starting to come down, but they are awfully high. Definitely very, very high. And we'll probably see the number of deaths and so on increasing for the next couple of weeks or so, and then before they start to come down, because they're always a couple of weeks behind the infection rate figures. So anyhow, but we're still under lockdown. Nothing has really changed. The police and so on have been told to do more checks because people are not respecting the rules, which, surprise, surprise, not. It's fairly standard in France. Ooh, that went very quickly. We're now becoming flat city, unfortunately, in our area. They're building unbelievable number of apartment blocks, and they're just going up left, right and centre, virtually everywhere you look. There's another apartment block going up, so it's starting to get a bit I don't know, a bit like a concrete jungle, I think, is probably the best way to describe it. Anyhow, getting back to the numbers, we're still confined until the 1st of December. There's a lot of complaints in France about the lockdown, and people are starting to protest and so on. We even had the Catholics protesting that they couldn't go to mass. So that was an interesting one. That was yesterday. They were outside all the churches, well, the main cathedrals and the churches, protesting. I'm not too sure what's happening about this cycle lane. I think it's been cancelled, but there's nothing to say yes or no, but I think it's been cancelled. Anyhow, oops. I suppose I could have made that, but never mind. Anyhow, I have my attestations, my self-certifications to go to work. I've got more administration to do. It's the first time I've taken this route for, since about May, I think, when they first put in these stupid cycle paths. It's the first time I've done this way, so we'll have to see what, because I've been told that these cycle lanes are no longer active. So so we'll see. I think I told you I had a problem with the right-hand mirror, and I've had to get a replacement. It actually cracked just in that ball area there, and started coming loose, and so I had to get a replacement. And the aftermarket ones were about €25, well, 26 euros and a few cents to be exact, and the Honda ones were 78 euros, which seems a bit strange to me for the amount that it was. Now, what's the difference? Well, from the casing and the body, I can see absolutely zero difference. Though I must admit, I can't loosen one of the screws on it, so I've got to have it in the position it's, I think they put too much Loctite on it or something, so I've got to have it in the position they've left it in. But the casing is, there's no difference. Absolutely none. Absolutely none whatsoever. But the optics on the mirror, though, now that there is a big difference. You would have thought a mirror was a mirror, but it seems that that is not the case. I have no idea what they're doing here, apart from making a mess. The optics on the mirror are not the same, and I can say that it is actually a little bit blurred. It's not as clear as it could be. It is actually, it's not in focus, which seems strange. I mean, the one on the left, which is a Honda one, is, it is slightly out of focus, but only very, very slightly. But the one on the right is definitely quite a long way out of focus. Actually, if I move my head, it's in focus, so I'm going to have to find a way of releasing the bolt that they've Loctite on. I've tried it. It's an Allen key, and I've tried using the Allen key, and I can't get it to budge. And so I put a spanner over the top of the Allen key and tried that, giving myself more leverage, and I couldn't get it to move either way. So I think I'm going to have to put some sort of release agent on it, but what, I don't know. So here we have the stupidity. The stupidity begins. How clever. It's and the rain as well. So the rain has begun and the stupidity has begun. I see in the UK that His Borisness has decided that more money is going to be spent on cycle routes and that type of thing. I think he really needs to get out of London and start to see what life is like in the suburbs and the countryside, where there isn't public transport and where the distances between various places are long and there are hills and other such interesting things that aren't as prevalent in London. Now, I'm saying aren't as prevalent because, yes, there are hills in London. I know this, as I have. It depends on which part of London you're in, of course, as to the hill. So, yeah. You've got Hampstead, as I recall. There's a nice big hill there. And that type of thing. So I think his Borisness needs to actually look at the topography of various places and see what's what there. Anyhow, yes, we got a lovely day for it. As you can see, the rain has just started. I haven't got much in this Rider Ramblings because of the lockdown. We are still confined. Most of my work is via the computer and video conferencing and so on. So not much is happening. So I'll leave the camera running. Oh, there's been a big accident here at some point. Lots of sand on the road to cover up the oil or the diesel or whatever. Anyhow, I'll leave the camera running in case anything interesting happens, but if not, I'll say cheerio. Thank you so much for watching. It really is appreciated. I hope you found it of some use. Lots of police cars going the other way. And we'll see you next time.